Well, the big bull of the Lal Street, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, would have turned 63 today. The ace investor who died in August last year not only left behind a tall legacy of smart investments, but also inspired many on the Lal Street. Beyond the markets with his spirit and charisma. Starting as a student investor with a capital of just 5,000 rupees in 1985, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala grew his wealth to $5.8 billion in less than 4 decades. As we celebrate the Maverick's investors' birth anniversary today, some market leaders, many of them Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's friends, fondly recall his life and times. Let's listen in.
Other than Warren Buffett, he's the only man who's become a billionaire through stock market investing. That too in an emerging market, that too in dollar terms. I think you can woke him up in the middle of the night. I've talked to him when he was in the hospital bed doing dialysis under pain, but he would still say he's bullish on India. He was a CA, he could have gone and stayed anywhere in the world, but he chose India as a conscious decision because he truly believed that the tricolor would keep flying high.
Rakesh, I think, was an eclectic investor. He was open-minded, had very strong opinions. And what motivated him was his own aspiration for himself. I think what drove him was his intense belief in India, his intense belief in himself, and his intense belief in the power of the equity markets to create value.
There was nothing called quit in Rakeshji's vocabulary, mind, thought process. There was no quit over there. In fact, Ramesh, in the last couple of years when he was going through a difficult time, the mood was not very good because of COVID. I think he made some of the most aggressive bets of his life. I think agility-wise, ask Utpal also. I think he was working at a performance level which I had not seen in the last 5-7 years. Maybe in the full bull market, first one, but this time it was just unbelievable what he was doing.
I think he had a very natural instinct. You know, I would like to compare it to rather sort of flippantly to trained pigs being made to pick up truffles from the ground. So he had really a nose for the promoter. He did make a few mistakes, particularly when he would go by the reasons other than sort of rational decision making out of relationships, etc. But he was quick to admit them. But he had a very uncanny sense of knowing who's going to do what. And he had a very keen and a detailed eye. I have seen so many promoters very uncomfortably squirm when he reminded them of what they had said at the time of investing.
His knowledge and I was so far away from investing and the words and the language that was being used. In a way, I think I was dazzled. I think more than everything else that he gave, to me, the time he gave was the most valuable.
You know, I think it's said that it's not important how often you're right, but how much you are in when you're right. I think nobody epitomized that better than Rakesh. You know, in fact, I used to be, I would say, almost an open-mouthed, shameless admirer of the way that he could do it, because the ability to carry risk through leverage, through futures trade, to pyramid and do what his conviction told him. And every trade was a new trade, forgetting the fact that you already had an exposure. I think the ability to leverage, that is the most important thing, and double up. That is one particular technique.